It's not Slur Saturday. It's not Slur Saturday. That's the whole thing.
It's actually Thursday today.
I know. Fuck. Kind of disappointing. We didn't have the episode on Slur Saturday. We would have really popped your episode. We would have really popped this episode off.
Yeah, but today's Friday Junior.
It is Friday Junior. We take off Sunday, so we're working on the weekend like usual. You know, that type of shit.
That's good, man. That's good, bro. You're cultured as fuck, bro. You are King Kai. Guys, welcome back to the largest podcast in the world. Never Made Weight. Today we've got the undefeated champ of BKFC, King Kai Stewart. King Kai, how are you?
Doing good, my guy. Doing good, my sped brother. Man, Cam's been going good. Ready to go. We've been here, you know? After winning your 3rd, 4th, 5th world title, it's just like, okay, another day at the lab. Let's get this show on the road so we can go party in Florida after the fight.
Yeah, last time we talked to you, you were waiting for that fight. You were waiting for a fight. You finally got it. You get to show you get to showcase your technique again. You get to showcase your dog, because I know you're a dog. You look like one.
Dog?
When you're a fucking dog. I know you are. I've seen your highlights. I've watched your fights. And so now you're finally defending your belt against, who's your opponent?
Nico Gaffey. He's a little Spaniard from Spain. He's a poppy little fella, but he's like all of 5'2".
Incoming Casey, what's going on, brother?
Dude, I look like I'm in a black and white TV, dude. This is like a 2019 laptop, and this thing looks.
You look great, brother. You look great. The quality is unmatched. It's like it's Japanese or something.
All right.
Yeah. Since Casey wasn't punctual to the episode, I'll fill him in. We were just talking about my my opponent, little Nico Gaffey, a little all of 5'2". Yeah, I'm unconcerned with him. Obviously, it's a bare knuckle fight, so at the end of the day, it's dangerous. But whatever. He's a pawn in the game. A pawn in the game for me to be a legend. So.
All right, so this dude's 5'2". I don't know much else about him. He's a little smurf, a little cherub. What else? Is he smaller than little Jim?
See, I think Jim might have it on him. Because like I was in Dubai and like for weigh-ins, there was this like person that was like all surrounded by people, all jeweled out. I thought he was like a Make-A-Wish kid, like having the time of his life, and then all of a sudden he gets on fucking stage. You know, so it's like I genuinely thought that he was a child, and he, you know, ended up getting on stage and beating the #1 contender, Brandon Allen, who I said was trash. I said that guy was trash. But at the end of the day, I was the short guy once. So how can I can't talk that much shit because, you know, with Howard Davis, I was 9 inches the shorter guy. So we're gonna just put in work. Same thing as usual. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But at the end of the day, I still just don't really, I'm not a high level, long tenured, experienced boxer. So really, I'm just learning how to box more and more every single day. And that's going to be the big shift in the game plan. You know, every single fight you see less and less clinch of me, but we can't forget what got us here, what earned this for us. So you're going to see a lot of clinch. You're going to see a lot more better boxing, but Nico isn't him, I guess is the way that you would say it. He's just not that guy that's going to take my belt from me.
You don't see him as valid, do you?
No, not at all. I have almost double the fights he has in the organization. I have double that in title fights. So like, how do I respect that? Scrub City.
Guys, this is the first repeat guest we've ever had. You guys were the first double episode we ever did, and now you're the first repeat guest. I'm rolling a celebratory joint. I wish you guys could smoke it with me, but unfortunately, the technology hasn't gone to that level yet.
You were Asian. I see why you're wearing the sunglasses now. You were like dozing off. I don't think you said anything for like 45 minutes. Kai and I were just talking.
I'm actually wearing the sunglasses because they're hard, but yeah.
They are hard.
Yeah, hard as fuck.
Yeah, hard.
But let's first and foremost, before we get dive in too deep, shout out Hawg TV. I know that he's posting hard, so go subscribe.
Hog.
Yeah. You know what's funny? You want to hear the story about that? So I used to be, I'm into bass fishing, and I always call them
bass.
I call them hogs or log hogs, like a big bass. And that's what I started my YouTube channel. and
That's
I'm down
hilarious.
here in Florida and I can't catch a fucking bass. So I was like, well, I might as well start posting some gym shit. And then I got a couple views and I was like, well, I can't change the name now. So that's why it's a silly ass name.
That's hilarious. You want to know what's something even funnier than that? You told this story last time.
Ah, damn it.
Our apologies to the viewers.
Yeah.
All 7 of you.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry for wasting your time with a repeat fucking conversation.
There you. Hey, Casey, I got to give you my apologies, though. I said I would be in Tampa to see you guys by February, and I haven't been. But, my plate has been full. No pun intended.
Yes.
Are you still cutting your weight, dog?
Of course I'm cutting my weight. I've lost a whopping 15.
Let's fucking go, bro. Congrats.
But here's the thing, though. That for the amount of fucking effort I've put in, 15 is nothing. You know why, though, right? Because I can't stop eating, bro. I just
feel
can't
you.
stop.
I get it.
I can't stop eating, bro.
I get it. No, trust me. Like whenever as soon as this fight's over with, it's fucking Taco Bell. It's fucking hot dogs while I'm camping. It's fucking it's a good time. Good time.
You're kind of a bit of a food connoisseur, aren't you, Sped? I seen you with Paul Spadafora you were talking Philly cheesesteaks.
Yeah. Because for me, just like music, just like fighting, I feel like also food is an art. Like it's a very well-rounded art. It's just like how MMA has a lot of aspects to it, a lot of details. So does food. I love food, but see, here's the thing. Like I like to imagine in my head that I live a martial artist lifestyle. And so because I do go to my boxing practice a couple times a month, I'm able to really live that out.
Times a month? You've been putting in the hours, huh?
I mean, I said it in the other podcast too, but I'll say it here. I put myself in a position that I have to work out at some point. So what I do is I have the membership. Okay, I pay the monthly. I can go 3 times a week. I'm supposed to go 3 times a week. I end up going 3 times a month. So at least got something going. You know what I mean? I learned how to parry shit. You know what I mean? That was cool. I've gotten better with the blocking. Yeah, it's I'm having a good time,
Me too. Well, I prefer to just break their hands on my fucking forehead. So that's, Nico Gaffey's fucked. If he thinks he's going to hit me and knock me out, guess again. We've been chin training.
Does he have any knockouts on what is his record?
Yeah, he's 3-0 with 3 finishes, 2 TKOs, and one was a flash KO that I thought that they stopped pretty quick, but the guy was also a fucking bum. So whatever. Like you stand in front of a crackhead, you give him a chance to fucking knock you out. Look, like so many of my opponents have knocked people out. Like Brian Duran was 7-0 with 7 first-round finishes. Like we've been here, we've seen it, whatever. They're all going to try to take my head off, but he's just too one-dimensional, guys. He's good at what he does, but he doesn't do anything else well. So it's whatever.
Have you, I think I've seen all your fights. Have you ever really got chinned? I don't remember. Have you ever been dropped?
On paper, no. But what happened was it was in the Montana fight against Lil Jim. And I did a little dancey dance before the bell starts. They said knuckle up, and I fucking stepped to the side, knocked him down. The ref didn't call it because it literally happened in the first second and a half. And so literally the next punch that was thrown was Jimmy Rivera overhand right. Hit me, but the way that I roll with punches, I did get knocked. My hands touched, and I was right back up. But it wasn't like a flash KO. The hardest I've been hit had to be either a Howard Davis or a Brian Duran, one of those uppercuts that got through that were definitely KO landing blows, but it didn't chin me. Like I haven't been dropped. I haven't been dazed. I haven't been confused. I'm not saying I want that to happen, but I go into every single fight knowing that like it's going to be the biggest challenge of anybody's fucking life to beat me in a 5-round fight. Like they all got to wish and hope that they can chin me. Like that's really the only way that I view myself ever losing one day. And it's because it's a lot of luck has to be involved to get a knockout. So it's just odds are not in these guys' favor because I don't do that. I went the other route. You know what I mean? I don't stand and bang is what I'm trying to say. I don't stand and bang. I'm going to get the fuck out of the way. I'm going to pepper them. I'm going to slice their face. Little Jim's face was disgusting. I don't know why they didn't stop the fight after like, I think the 3rd, but like he had like a cross of just fucking split face from my fucking left hand, left hooks. And it's just like, I'd rather just impose my will, stay safe, and the knockouts will come.
Yeah.
King Kai, there's no reason to stand and bang.
I know,
Obviously, what you
100%.
got going on, you figured out something nice, and you're on a roll. And
Mhm.
just building off of what you do best, I think would benefit you more. But I'm not the professional here. What do you think, Casey?
Think the only way Kai loses is if you step and you like stay in the pocket and you start just throwing bombs. Because what happens when you do that? When both guys stay in the pocket, someone hits the other guy's chin and he goes down. But if you do what Kai
Mhm.
does and be in and out and push the gas and don't stand it still anywhere, dude, he's like you can't hit him. He's like a ghost. He's like Casper.
Yeah.
It's you can't hit what's not there. So I know the fans talk so much shit. The internet is undefeated. Combat sport is the most brutal fucking place to be vulnerable, like us fighters are getting in the ring. But at the end of the day, like, I would have never guessed in a million years I would have been in bare knuckle fighting, let alone being so close to the pound for pound pinnacle here. So I'm really just proving to myself, and I know that the way that the cookie crumbles is somebody has to win, somebody has to lose. And it's funny though. It's funny. Like, everybody's calling Nico Gaffey the young up and coming challenger, and I'm still the youngest fucking guy basically in the organization. So it's just really funny to see them try to push somebody that's like 5 years older than me as the young up and cut. Like, it's hilarious.
That's crazy.
So I do know that I'm young. I know that anything could happen stepping in there. I do so much outside the ring that it's like whatever happens in that ring happens, because I've left no stone unturned. I want to say out of fear, but now I'm so comfortable doing bare knuckle. But at first it was the fear of getting hit. Like, I've never been in a street fight in the, like, outside the ring or cage. I don't need to get hit in the face. So I just trained my style to limit getting hit as much as possible. And, now we've made a fucking pound for pound run. So got to keep on keeping on.
Let's say you get this dub. When you get
Mhm.
this dub, is the division basically cleared? Have you run them all over? Do you got to go up a weight class? What's going to happen after? I don't like to look ahead too much, but let's just say.
I think that just some names that came across my table in my layoff. I do think that I cleared out the division. I do think that I have a case to go to 135 and take candy from a fucking baby and Justin Ibarola. Austin No Doubt Trout is at 155. I would love, like, that would be a gentleman's scrap. Him and I are dogs, and it's like, if there are gloves involved, like, that's okay. Let's fight my dog, but I don't need to bare knuckle with my boys. So as long as he's champ. Unless we're both on another layoff, we both agreed if we both have another layoff, we'll both put our homie ship aside and have a gentleman's scrap in bare knuckle. But I do think that a super fight would be really fun. Find a ex-UFC champion that isn't a pussy and get them to sign the dotted line and take the gloves off and don't be a bitch. Because I'm ready to fight anybody, anytime. I'm willing to put I want to see how good I am. And right now, fighting these 3-0 Nico Gaffeys, fighting Brian Duran, who made his pro career in bare knuckle, it's fun. And it's like the homegrowns get a platform to shine, and it's all fun and games, but I'm just levels above these guys. I need to be fighting big fights to bring big eyes, not just to myself, but to the organization. So we're going to get the job done. I do want to remain on the title path so I can get close to that 10 fight, $3 million in equity in the company. Well, 10 world titles, 3 million equity that they mentioned last year. I'm going to circle back. I don't know the truth of that, but nobody's ever done 10 world titles in the organization. So that's why it hasn't really happened yet. There's no proof in the pudding because nobody's done it. So the wording they used was 10 world titles. So if I do a super fight, that doesn't really count towards that. I don't know. But I mean, if I'm beating ex-UFC champions, ex-boxing world champions, especially whenever they're still competing, still active, not coming off the couch, I think that I'm the guy that they need to invest in anyway. So I could just keep taking belt after belt at 145. Whatever. It's whoever's name comes across the table. I've never bitched. I've never asked. I've never said anything regarding the name. I've just bitched about, let's get a fucking fight.
I've kind of noticed that, like, you're not so happy with the decisions of the front office in a way, right?
Correct.
Is that true? That's the vibe I get off.
Well, yes and no. Yes, because communication sucked. But the behind the scenes, whenever we actually sat down and had a conversation on what's going on, And, the big name, we ran into him in Vegas and we just flat out asked him, and hell yeah, there's a lot of truth to a super fight being like coming to fruition. So it's like, I would love more communication, but I also just signed a 5-fight 2-year deal with Bare Knuckle. I love Bare Knuckle, and I think that we're all at a great understanding. We just, as a fighter who fights for money, and you need money to live in this fucked up world, like, I need to know. There can't be none of this fucking going behind, like, whatever. There has to be a clean cut. Kai's going to fight this many times a year, and that's what we did, and that's what we're going to do. So expect a lot more King Kai.
What do you think, Sped? Hey, check out the shirt.
I know, I never got a shirt. So that's
Hey, send me your size and address. Hey, Kai, I called you the welterweight champion in the beginning of the show.
I did hear that, but I was like, you know what? His nickname's Sped, so I gotta just let it fly. Hey, you're not allowed to have your feelings hurt after those videos you fucking posted out there. No, not this guy. This guy's
You're
feelings
right.
ain't hurt.
You're right. Okay. You're gonna have like 4 more fights after this one, basically, right?
Yeah. Yep, signed. I mean, I believe there's gonna be even more than that. Like, I'm the king of this shit, and I'm still so young that worst case scenario, I go on a skid, I could still, you see people have fucking 4 different levels of their fighting career. Like, I'm still so new at this. Like, it's so hard to say just 4 fights. But for now, by contract, yes, I have 5 fights starting with Nico Gaffey.
Is there a time frame those 4 fights need to happen in 2 years?
So starting in bare knuckle, it's the most exciting, most dangerous sport in the world. A cut can change everything. But I'm better. I'm just fucking better. I'm better in the mind, better in the body, the soul. Just everything that I do is better.
So my understanding, Kai, is that your only request at this point is to get bigger name opponents in order to grow your name, basically, right?
Yeah, kinda. But if there's a good storyline, I know that I'm pretty sure they're trying to push Duran too, and him and I sell a bunch of tickets. So in theory, the payday should be a lot bigger, because I think the arena is going to get bigger if him and I do fight again. Outside of that, like, it's really just stay active, and with activity, they're gonna try. Like, they don't want to pay me for easy fights, and I think at this point they were trying to get me a super fight because they know that I'm going to run through everybody else. I'm just training at a different level. So I think my only real request is activity. Like, I want to fight this contract out less than 2 years. Like, I want to be the most active champion, the youngest champion. I do want big names, but it's not a priority.
I got a question. So as the champion, let's say you lose to someone, is there like a rematch clause, or how does that work?
Technically, no, but come on. At this point, I've won 5 of them. I was the inaugural champion. Anytime you've ever seen that in any combat sports, usually the champion gets the benefit of the doubt. Bare Knuckle has done some crazy shit. Maybe they make me do a money fight with Duran in the meantime, just because of, I know that that's not a title fight. He was on a skid, so it makes sense. Or, find somebody that's on a skid. But I truly, genuinely believe where I'm sitting right now, if something were to happen, they would give me a rematch. It's not in contract, but it's just kind of the way that it works.
Yeah, I'd say that's
pretty. Is that Mittens?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's running around, but yeah, I'd say that's pretty like an unwritten rule right now. You've defended it so many times, it's only fair they give you a rematch. Immediate.
Yeah. So that's usually not in the back of our head, but like I said, like, everything could change from a cut. And I think if you lose your belt on a cut, I think you should definitely have 100% a right for a rematch.
Okay, so one thing I found interesting there is, Casey, you used rematch in a way that it will be a positive for Kai. But usually when we hear rematch, it's like a positive for the person who's getting the rematch. But if Kai already won the first fight, how's that a positive for Kai?
Well, no, there wouldn't be that's kind of why I don't put a rematch clause in there, because like, everybody that I'm fighting for these titles don't deserve a rematch if I beat them. Now, if they take me to a close fight and they really want to do it again, let's do it again. Like I said, I really don't care who I fight as long as I'm staying active, and the money's money. So if I win the fight and they want a rematch, fuck, like, that's looking good. I can beat somebody twice. Fuck it. But as it stands, unless somebody takes me to really deep waters and it's like a questionable decision, I just don't believe anybody deserves a rematch with me unless they actually earn it. They have to earn that right. And then for me, it's just, kind of a courtesy to a long tenured champion. I'm coming up on 3 years as the champion, so it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, no, what I meant was like his upcoming opponents, like someone that he hasn't fought. Like if he lost to someone that he hadn't fought before, I was just curious if Kai gets an immediate rematch. I'm not saying go rematch I'm not saying go rematch someone he's already beat, other than I would consider Duran because it does sell a ton of tickets. And, you know, other than that, though,
Yeah.
no. What is he going to go fight Derek the Buck again?
Come on now, not the Buck. Come on, leave him out of this.
Hey, so Kai, like, how come you and Duran sell a lot of tickets?
We genuinely just don't like each other. We do not see eye to eye. You know, we did put our differences aside in Philly. We didn't have any of our crews. There was no cameras, but, you know, we both needed a dispensary and it was 30 minutes away and only one of us had a car. So we went and got weed together. We did a couple social media videos together to keep the competition alive and kind of hint that, you know, that is a possibility. If Duran puts on a run, that's a fight that I do entertain because we don't like each other. So one, I get to beat up on somebody that talks a lot of shit about me. Two, stylistically, I'm going to beat his ass again. And then if we go into his hometown and he sells as many tickets as he did last time, he's probably going to double it this time. And I get a chunk of that pie, you know, because without me, he doesn't break the records. Our fight broke the Hard Rock record. He's fought since then and he hasn't sold that many since. So without me, there's no cash cow Brian Duran. So, but it really just comes from we just are cut from completely different cloth and we are very vocal about that.
Give me a hot take against your next opponent. I want you to talk to him via Never Made Weight.
A hot take on my opponent, like talk shit?
No, you don't need. You'll say whatever you want to say to your opponent because you're fighting him in 9 days, aren't you?
8 days, but yeah, who's
8
counting?
days. In 8 days, you fight this guy. You defend your belt. You go for another defense yet again. You have something to say to this guy?
Yeah, I truly believe he needs to fire whoever told him he was ready for this fight. Like, I think that he's okay. He's good. Like I said, he's very one-dimensional. Like, I'm not afraid of you, Nico Gaffey. There's nothing that scares me. We're professional at the world title level. We all hit hard. So I've been hit hard. You're not different than anybody that I fought. And I think you're coming into this fight completely you're naive. You just don't know. You haven't been here. You're new here. So you're about to fucking learn, and you're going to learn the hard way, just like everybody else had to. They all talk, they all bark, but none of them have fucking bit me yet. So fuck you.
Does he have a nickname?
Iron.
Well, dude, everyone's had that. Come on, you're not Mike Tyson.
Hey, little bitch boy has a Conor McGregor tattoo on his calf too. So he's a little fanboy with his boss's fucking face tattooed on his body. Too good. Can't make this shit up.
Iron.
Hey.
More like Nico Pewter Gaffey.
Yeah, fuck.
That's fucking crazy, guys.
I don't give a fuck. See, I talk so much shit. I come from the Call of Duty days. It's like whether I get killed or I'm killing people in that game, I'm gonna talk shit. So everybody's like, oh, you're gonna look so stupid if you lose. It's like, guys, I've lost so many fucking times, whether it be wrestling, whether it be in life, whether it be fucking in Call of Duty. I got shit talked for it, and guess what? The sun will always come out tomorrow, and I'm gonna still wake up and talk my shit. So
that's what's up, dog. For real, like that is it. That's the attitude to have.
Well, listen, I've sounded like the whole if I lose, like whatever. I've just surrendered all outcomes because I do believe I'm gonna win. I do believe that there really is only one path to victory for all these guys, and that's like 90% luck. That's like 90% luck to put somebody out. So I'm just going to continue to do my thing. I'm just here to prove to myself how good I am in a sport with judges. Well, human judges and a human referee. Like, there's always human error. It's almost always 2v1 every time I'm in there. Multiple knockdowns per fight get missed. They pull clinches apart whenever they're not supposed to. So, like, I'm always battling a 2v1. So if something bad were to happen, oh well, the sun has come out tomorrow. Let's go fucking fishing and let's get ready for the next fight.
What do you think, Casey?
I think that's a great attitude to have, man. And like you said, just surrender all outcomes as long as you put everything into it, man. The best man's going to win. At least that's usually what happens, you know. The thing with any like boxing or striking, sometimes you can just get caught grazed on the chin and you go out. But normally, just like any other sport, if you outwork your opponent and you do everything right, most of the time, almost all the time, you're usually going to win. So I'm
Yeah,
with it.
and I mean, Casey Park has been around the block for a while. You know, he's got to see me win a high school state title. He saw me lose the high school state title, but he saw the work that got put in there. So I was always the hardest worker in the room, and that hasn't changed. Now I'm the only person in the room because most of my sessions are completely private. I don't trust nobody in the combat sports game, but we do a lot of great work, and we even by the numbers, I wear this 24-hour wearable. I'm just fucking a superhuman, okay? For lack of better terms, I'm fucking superhuman, and I'm going to continue to prove that shit March 20th for my record-breaking 6th world title, bro. You guys, I'm fucking pumped. I'm getting pumped, man. I try to keep this low, cool, calm, cool, collected, like King Kai the bad guy, but fuck that. Like, I'm excited, man.
I want to see more of it because I think you are like, what impresses me about you is the fact that you weren't even a striker. You grew
Yeah.
up a wrestler, and now you're the champ, undefeated at BKFC. It's like the math doesn't math really, you know? And when the math doesn't math really, you go to the person and that person's personality, and there you are. A
Yeah.
good looking, great smile, great mustache, blue eyes. You're really a great guy, dude.
I
And
appreciate
I love
that, man.
you guys to also reunite Casey Park, a longtime supporter of this show, one of the first.
Mhm.
I'm glad to be doing this episode with you guys. I'm glad to be part of your journey because when it's all said and done, when it's all said and done, I'm gonna be part of your story, and I love that.
Listen, man, I started, like you said, the math doesn't math, and that's why this just doesn't matter. That's why I'm okay to talk so much shit. It's like I shouldn't be here. I've gotten against guys that have had 300 amateur boxing matches. I've gone against guys that have had 30 professional MMA fights in the UFC. Like I'm, is hard work, dedication, and just like using my brain to fight instead of fucking planting my feet like a meathead is, been a true blessing. And even though fighting's dangerous, I think it's fun. It's fun to be vulnerable. It's no fun to I don't know. I guess I'm an adrenaline junkie, but I call it just being comfortable, being vulnerable, and that's you don't get more vulnerable than fighting because especially with how the combat sports fans are,
Of
they're
course.
brutal out here in these parts.
I just talked to Priscilla Cachoeira yesterday. She's like a woman that's had a lot of fights in the UFC, and she was talking about the highs and lows about how when she just got into the UFC, they were like making a big deal about her in Brazil. They had her on TV shows and stuff, and then she like loses against Valentina, and people are like, "You should die" and stuff like that. So it's like I feel you, but I noticed something you said earlier. I want to ask you about. You said you don't trust anybody in this combat sports game. Can you elaborate on that for us?
Man, after what I had to deal with Joe Riggs, whenever I just simply left his gym because it wasn't for me, and I went back to my home gym, like it just showed me that they're not everybody's good people. Like I do believe that I've surrounded myself with some incredible people. I got Dylan Lemery, Casey, Sears Tiernan. I have all my coaches, Coral from Eaglestone. I have these guys that aren't looking for money right now because they know exactly. Like I've been transparent. I've been trying I've like, guys, I'm trying to form a team because we will be legendary. We will make it to the top. And if we don't, then I guess I'm in debt to you guys forever. But like we are all gonna get our bag. And I think there's a lot of importance to go and cross train and learn as much as you can anywhere you can. But at the end of the day, you got to protect yourself. Everybody's, especially with social media, everybody's trying to, film what's being said, film if you get hurt, film this, film that. And it's just like, I've been down to Denver. I've been out of Vegas. Fucking Jackson Wink sent videos to Joe Riggs, unless Joe Riggs was just talking shit. But fucking Jackson Wink has all their fucking cameras in there. And like a month out from my fight, we got pretty good confirmation of Joe Riggs getting videos of my training, so we fucking up and left that. So it's just combat sports doesn't give a fuck about the fighters, whether it's I've gotten into a good rhythm with Bare Knuckle, and I think moving forward, they're just a small new company. To put it into perspective, 36 full-time employees compared to the UFC's like 1,100 or something crazy like that. Or 900 or something insane. There's just a huge difference. So it's like, obviously there's going to be growing pains, but behind the scenes, there's been a lot of help from Bare Knuckle. And I think that maybe I'm naive, but I think they care about us. But historically speaking, look at the UFC getting a $7.7 billion thing. And I know like my friends that are in the UFC, they haven't gotten a pay raise. Their contract didn't change. You know, we have gloved boxing, which is full of fucking corruption. So from the top down, the combat sports does not give a fuck about the fighters. It's all about making a buck. And at the end of the day, protect yourself, create a great team, and don't shy away from it. But in that same breath, don't be afraid to go cross train. Don't be afraid to go find somebody that might be able to kick your ass. Just spread your wings, protect yourself, have fun, and stay safe.
It's interesting you mentioned that because Daniel Zellweger told me that he made an observation that none of the champions are from big teams anymore. They're all like with their little squads, you know?
Yeah.
If you look at all the UFC champions, you know, they all have like they cross train. A lot of them do cross train, you know?
Yep.
They have their main coach that probably like is with them the whole time, and then it just depends like what they need in that camp. Do you cross train?
Oh yeah, 100%. I train with some amateur boxers, some pro boxers, the Canadian Olympic team, TriStar up in Montreal with Firas Zahabi and Georgia St. Pierre, Eamon Zahabi, Rob Font. I shared sparring rounds with Rob Font and Eamon Zahabi while I was up there. Great stuff. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to cross train and do all that, but I have another reason why it's like I'm pretty not secretive, but like I'm making this up. Like at the end of the day, like me and my girlfriend make my game plan. We take what my boxing coach says. We take what my wrestling coach says. We take what Firas Zahabi says. We take everything, but at the end of the day, I'm the one that's been in a bare knuckle ring for over an hour of competition time, and it's a new sport that these guys that are trying to help coach me have never even done. So that's kind of why like I have my small group. I love the class setting. I love the grind of that, but I'm not doing that sport. And bare knuckle just doesn't have the population of like the smaller shows to have that many people for just a bare knuckle gym. So yeah, me and my girlfriend make my game plans. My coaches support the game plans. They add their tidbits. They help me fundamentally, you know, because I don't really know what I'm doing in boxing. I just started. I'm so green in boxing still, but yeah, there's a reason we're secretive around here.
Understood. Makes sense. Casey, what do you think?
Speaking of cross training, are we going to see an RAF match out of you?
Oh, 100%. I think that we are going to get a huge match. I don't know. There's a few names being tossed around, but we put all those conversations to the side the second my title fight was announced. We are going to have some fun. I'm hoping I get, instead of getting the, the Phenom. Instead of getting the Phenom Bo Bassett, maybe they give me a Cody Garbrandt since he won't take the fucking gloves off. But I think that I would love to wrestle somebody else that's been like fight focused. That way it's not just like me going out there getting my feet wet against a Phenom. Like I do believe that I can compete with anybody, but I gotta get my feet wet. I gotta get out there and do it. And I think that doing it against somebody with a high level wrestling background like Cody Garbrandt, but he's been focusing on fighting his boxing and that just like I have, I think that's a very fair, very electric fight that we could see. And then, you know, once I beat his ass in wrestling, he's going to feel really sorry about himself and he's going to think he can beat me in boxing. And that's the same fucking mistake the Buck made. That's the same fucking mistake the Buck made.
I'd love to see you versus Garbrandt, whether it be BKFC or a wrestling match or both. He's such an impulsive little fly off the handle little cherub midget that would crack me up, man. He would get so mad, especially just because you'd be able to poke him and pour a little gas on his fire, and he freaks out over the silliest shit. So that would be awesome.
Well, he also lets the emotions get to him in a positive way. Like he doesn't. Like he'll crack somebody and then like he has to fucking make a big song and dance about it. And that's why, you know, I still think he's got dynamite in his hands. I'm not trying to fight him because I think it's an easy fight. Because I think in bare knuckle, it fits him. I think that we'll see the best Cody Garbrandt ever, but he's never faced somebody like me. And, you know, I'm younger, I'm faster. I've been doing this. He's been doing the UFC. So we'll see. I do think that the wrestling match will come first and we're going to see what we can do. And because I mean, RAF is going to work with me. They know that I want to be in BKFC, but BKFC is also going to work with me. Like if they don't have a fight for me, they're going to be more vocal about it. And I'm going to take RAF wrestling matches and not only just, you know, pad my pockets just a little bit extra, but go have fun because I am young and I want to make a name for myself.
It's a good plan.
I'm pretty sure I met you, Casey, whenever you were my age, which is fucking crazy to think about.
How old are you now?
25?
Yeah. That's crazy. I was right around that age, man.
Oh, fucking nuts.
Just a little kid, I
Fucking
would go
nuts.
I know I told this on the last show, Sped, but he was just we were neighbors, and I would be, like, coming in and out of, like, my house to go to class, and he'd be over in, like, on his little porch barking something silly, like, "I'll take you down," or whatever he would say.
I'll take you down. I've probably said that a couple
Or
times.
he
I'll break your arm.
or I'll beat you in Madden, which he did.
Casey retired after I fucking got his number. I got his fucking number, and then he never played Madden again.
Dude, there's nothing
We got to
more
run that
frustrating.
back.
Madden is so frustrating, especially losing to a little kid. I mean, he was like 15 back then. Pissed me
It
off.
was so good. So good. So good. I fucked him up in Madden. Now, did he beat me a whole bunch? Yes. But I eventually got his number, and he fucking could not beat me, and it was great.
Then I retired.
So good.
I retired.
He was not undefeated, undisputed, though. He got his ass kicked.
Yeah.
See, how about Jensen beating Great Falls High after all these years?
Yeah, man, that was totally crazy. I couldn't believe it. I bet Maurer was jumping up and down. How
I
long had
know.
it
What a
been?
guy.
How long? How many years?
I thought it was 18.
Yeah, something like
but
that. That's crazy.
yeah, maybe. Yeah, it was crazy. It was nuts. And remember that one match that we could have won, but our 103 pounder didn't want to make weight and just didn't even show up.
I remember.
We would have won. We would have won on the score points. We would have fucking won.
Well,
I hate
not
my
only
life.
were you guys neighbors, but he was a wrestling coach of your team.
I think I played a part in him wanting to coach a wrestling team a little bit, but yeah, we met far before that because like I was neighbors of his whenever I was in 6th grade, and he wasn't my coach until
Freshman year.
Yeah. So it was like, yeah, it was a long time coming.
No, that was the whole reason. I only coached high school for 4 years. It was Kai's 4 years in high school. Then I got the hell out of there.
And then, but homie also ended up having to be on JV. God, there's so many things that I could fucking talk shit about. It's like the best wrestler on the team wants a guy to coach him, and apparently that's a sin. Anyway, we'll go. That's for another episode. I don't want to get the blood pressure up before practice.
Yeah.
Hey, but you guys had the bet against Garbrandt over this past weekend, but Garbrandt won.
That was a
What do
weird
you have
fight,
to say
bro.
for
Like
your-
he got kicked in the dick 5 or 6 times. He was like running. That was weird.
He only won because he got fouled. Like he wasn't winning the fight, regardless of what you think. Like he was losing the whole fight. So I would bet that same bet time and time again. Yeah, whatever.
Why did I keep kicking him in the nuts?
I think. Well, did you see Cody 100% fake throwing up? I do not believe the way that he was gagging. It's like, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, actually, please shut the fuck up.
He was like dry heaving, but he was like a bad actor, dude. Like dry heaving on a soap opera. I'm like, you're not fooling anybody.
I think he fooled me. I didn't realize that.
It was so good.
You don't have a trained
So
eye,
good.
Sped.
That's
Yeah.
crazy, dude.
It was recalculating for you.
So you've never seen somebody like throw up because they got kicked really hard in the nuts?
I've been kicked in the fucking dick like multiple fights. That's one of the reasons I love bare knuckle. Nobody can kick me in the dick. Like I'm fucking sick of it. I swear to God, I got kicked like almost in all my amateur fights right in the cock. It's fucked up.
So basically you're saying, okay, let's get this straight. You're saying that it's physically impossible if somebody gets kicked in the nuts to like throw up or gag.
Have you?
No, I want to make sure I get this answer correct from you, because if you say yeah, then that he faked it.
Well, I've never seen anybody do that. So unless I'm crazy, but I just don't think. I think he faked it. I genuinely believe that he's a veteran of the game. I'm sure he watches the sport every weekend. They're noticing the commentators. They're noticing like everybody talking shit about all the fouls that are happening within the sport, like fence grabs, dick kicks, eye pokes. I think if you milk it, you're gonna get a point. So I like being a veteran of the sport. You pay attention to how the refs are gonna ref, the judges are gonna judge, and if that means fucking faking it, I guess he faked it, because I've never seen anybody throw up or gag from getting hit in the dick.
Casey, what do you think?
Kai was saying, man, in a weird way, sometimes it might be smart to do. You're down on the scorecards like he was. He takes a few little flicks to the dick. Hey, if I start gagging and acting like I'm hurt, they might pull a point, because that's the 3rd time he got me. Plus, it buys me time. I get to catch my breath in between gags, my acting. And, so who knows? I don't know, man.
Hey, listen, I can promise I will not kick Cody Garbrandt in the dick, but I will also promise I will beat the fuck out of him. So that's
You're
what I
after
have.
Cody, bro. 2 episodes in a row, you guys are going after him.
Well,
What's he
it's
do to
like
you?
it's just a good fight. It's like at the end of the day, I do want names that are gonna really push me to be the best me I can be. I want to get that legend status one day. He's a former UFC world champion, and his boxing still looks great. Like he got out wrestled a couple of his fights. He hasn't been chinned in the past couple. The kicks from his boxing dipping, like I genuinely believe that Cody Garbrandt is not done, and I think that it's a great fight in bare knuckle.
Yeah, I think so too. Kai, who else could you see in there with you?
Whenever Ryan Garcia had his suspension, I was so hoping that, there was a guy heavily involved in BKFC that like goes golfing with Ryan Garcia quite a bit. And I was in contact with him and, I was really trying to just make some noise. And if Ryan Garcia was suspended from glove boxing, we could probably do a fight, me versus him in bare knuckle boxing in fucking Dubai or something. I would love to see, like I said, any big name. I know Jamel Herring just signed with BKFC and he won his debut. He's a former world champion boxer. I'd fight him, Sean O'Malley, but he won't. He has his hands full in Ayman Zahabi. But, who else is, Jeremy Stevens. I'd love to fight him. He is looking rough right now. He needs to fucking cut some weight. So I don't know if I want to fight him up at 170 pounds, but I'd 100% fight him at, 155, 145 would be perfect. Catch weight 150. But yeah, he blocked me on Instagram. So why the fuck are you blocking me on Instagram? I think you're bitch made if that's the case.
He got his feelers hurt. What were you poking at him?
Of course I was poking at him, saying that he was flat-footed and fucking. It was in the Jimmy Rivera build-up because Jimmy Rivera was beating his ass, and then Jeremy Stevens landed a great punch, cut Jimmy, and the doctor stopped it. But Jimmy Rivera was beating the shit out of Jeremy Stevens, and I 50-45'd him. It wasn't even close. So yeah, yeah, Angela Hill was even in the comments supporting Jeremy Stevens. I wonder if she's like, you need to stop. He's a legend. What have you done? Blah, blah, blah. It's like, shut the fuck up, okay? Shut the fuck up and let men talk. Wait, he blocked me. We can't. All I hear coming from their mouths are blah, blah, blah. I'm a bitch.
Hey, you don't like him on a personal level now?
He blocked me on Facebook. I'm trying to sell fights. I'm trying to be the king of the BKFC, and he got his feelers hurt. So it's nothing personal ever. But at the end of the day, it has to be said that if you block another man on Instagram because your feelers got hurt, like, what are you doing? Like, what are you fucking doing?
Casey, what do you think about that? What's your take on that?
Yeah, man. Come on. You're a grown adult. And this kid's like half your age and you got your feelers hurt and you blocked him. Grow up, dude.
Yeah, so good. So good.
I feel like controversy creates the best fights. You got to have a build-up,
I know. Well, how can you have a build-up if I can't tag him?
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck. So at least there's a little bit of a backstory.
Yeah, now Kai's got to send out like a mass email because he can't tag him on any social media,
Hit him with a Gmail.
Yeah.
But I mean, outside of BKFC, what else have you been doing like in your life? Outside of fighting, outside of trading?
I did a college wrestling meet here in Spokane, the Spokane Open. That was really fun. I told myself because I actually thought I was going to fight in February against a massive name. And I was like, okay, if I get put into any situation, I'm not going to fucking struggle. I lost one match. He was good. The guy ended up the previous year was second at JUCO's national tournament. So like he was good. I put up a good fight, made him bleed. He actually injury forfeited out of the rest of the tournament after whooping my ass. But then I won 3 and then lost another one. I just got put in a weird fucking neck crank type thing. I was winning 8-2 and fucking I didn't even fight it. So yeah, I didn't want to get hurt for my fight, but that was a blast. Like I'll never I'm gonna do it again next year. The Spokane Open, maybe even circle back for the Rocky Mountain invite or the Rocky. Didn't you wrestle at the Rocky, Casey?
Yeah. The Rocky Mountain invite, baby.
So, but yeah, there's that. Lot of fishing. I bought my first boat after my last fight, so I got to go out bass fishing. I did a lot of walleye fishing. We went sturgeon fishing once, but it was way too fucking hot, and I couldn't fucking get my lines down 112 feet. So it was a major miscalculation. So we're gonna circle back on that this year after this fight.
When are you coming to LA? Hey, there's BKF.
Sometime. I'm in LA all the fucking time. I didn't know, like, I genuinely didn't know that you were there. Like, I've been to LA in the past 2 years, probably 7 times.
Well, I've only known you for like 8 months.
3 times.
No way.
Yeah.
You gotta call me, bro.
Well, I didn't know you were from there.
We're
You're
gonna...
a sleeper, bro.
Are you kidding me? This is my hometown, bro.
Yeah, it looks like by your background, he looks like he lives in a garage somewhere in LA. Is that a
what street you live on?
Don't give that away.
Fountain Inn.
Nice.
Fountain Inn Boulevard.
Cool.
I just went to Power Slap over the weekend. What do you think about Power Slap?
I only watch clips. I've never seen an episode. You know, who am I to judge whenever I don't fight with gloves on, but I can also defend myself. So I think it's a lot. I think it's very, very click worthy. I think it's what social media is about. But at the end of the day, I don't support it at a highest level, but I support it because those guys are making the choice. They're getting paid. They're training to do it. Like it's a choice to do that shit. So I support it. Make your bag, but you'll never fucking see me in a slap fight ever.
Pretty dope though. No, but I get what you mean. Obviously, as I said, there's no reason to stand and bang. You know, I totally get you. Why get it?
Like I support, like every time
have some balls though, big balls.
Every time I see slap come across my feed, I will watch the whole video. Like, so it's like it's very, very entertaining. It's just pretty fucked up. It's pretty fucked up.
You sweating, Sped?
Sweating pits, bro. I'm sweating. It's getting hot out here in California. Yeah. Hey, but Kai, for real, next time you're in fucking LA, hit me up.
I will, for sure. We'll go do something. We'll go cut some weight.
I'll take you some places.
Some food places?
I'm looking for another guest for the Making Weight series. It might be Jason Perillo if he replies.
Okay, you don't have to ask me, fucking.
No, obviously I would love to, but
holy fuck, don't ask me.
If you come to LA, would you do it?
Yeah, 100%.
Will you teach me some technique?
Hell yeah. I'm the best. Literally, I'm the best
have you ever
fucking bare knuckle fighter walking planet Earth. Yes, I'll show you technique.
Would you bring the belt or no?
I could bring 6 belts if you wanted me to.
Bring at least one of the belts.
He doesn't go anywhere without the belt. You know he's bringing the belt.
I don't fucking leave without the belt. I did accidentally leave and go somewhere without the belt, and it was very, very weird. I felt very, very naked. But at the end of the day, the mustache is what really brings people in, brings the eyes in. Belt's the best accessory. Oh, I'm about to be an OnlyFans athlete too, so that's going to be fun.
How did that come about?
My management actually just hit me up 2 days ago, so a lot more information to come on that. But yeah, can't wait.
Come on that. No, a lot more information to come on that. That's interesting.
Yeah, you ever ready for the 2-person Diddy party with my girlfriend? I do have a diss track called "Put 'Em on Notice." I have another one out there called "Don't You Know." I think that one's on Apple. But then I also have The Outcast, and they're all corny, but they're all so like lyrically great. I just didn't nail them. Put 'Em on Notice is real fucking good. Real fucking good. Legendary top 5.
Hey, I want to know more about this OnlyFans shit.
Why?
It's fucking boost.
I'm gonna let the dogs out. This one guy comes into my Facebook lives always, and he's like, "Hey, how's the feet, champ? Guess what, bitch?
Pay up, and I'll slide a sock off for you.
I'll slide the sock off." Oh, no, one time I said, "Hey, tip $30, I'll show you my big toe." This motherfucker tipped 25. I showed the big toe. He tipped another 5. It was fucking weird, but like easiest $30 in my life. Like I totally get why bitches do that shit. Totally get why bitches do that shit now.
That's like 2 Chipotle bowls right there. Easy.
I do love Chipotle bowls. Yeah. Is that what you said?
What do you eat, Casey? Yeah.
I don't know what you said. Did you say Chipotle bowl?
Yeah, it's the $30, 2 Chipotle bowls.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
What do you eat, Casey? I want to know what you eat.
Ass.
Dude, no. I live right next.
Yeah, he does.
No, dude, you won't catch me
Look at
doing
his
that.
face.
You won't catch me doing that.
He eats ass.
No.
All right, next. What do you eat, Casey?
I like Chipotle bowls. I like breakfast burritos. I'm not picky, man. I like
Breakfast burritos are real good.
yeah. Had one this morning.
Good. You guys gonna order a Kings Never Die t-shirt from KingKaiWorld.com?
I was looking at that. I think I'm gonna get one. I kind of like the one with you and Tweak though. I might get that one. I don't know yet.
That's a good shirt. Well, that all proceeds of the Tweak and Kai shirt, just to clear the air, is money towards our podcast, which goes to me and Tweak. So yes, I'm not being selfish. So the Tweak and Kai shirt's fucking classic. It does not like that.
I never got an invite to that podcast.
It's not a podcast.
We've never had a guest, but we can have a guest if you want to be a guest. Fuck, we'll do a guest. Casey, have you been a guest yet?
No.
You can be a guest.
Okay.
Do you know anything about sports?
Not like Tweak.
Get me on with Conor McGregor.
I should ask Conor McGregor to come on an episode one day.
Oh my
I don't
God.
know why I haven't thought about
Never
that.
Made Weight's gonna be there.
So good.
That would be insane if Conor McGregor came on this little tiny Tweak and Kai show that hardly anyone knows about. You'd blow
It's
up.
crazy.
Though.
We are 3 years deep. We have 800 followers on Facebook. I think just shy of 18 subscribers on fucking YouTube. It is not caught on, but it's I think we're timing it wrong because we're doing sports betting. So it's like, yeah, I think that we could do a lot of change, but I didn't do any clips with it really. Whenever I do clips with it, we get, 500,000 views in a month, but right now it's like 50,000 views in a month and it's fucked. But
you're smart. You're smart for dipping your toes in all this social media stuff and doing. I see you all over the place, and aren't you like streaming too? And you're all over the place now. That's smart, man.
Yeah. Twitch is one of my favorite things to do right now. It was cold outside, and now I'm training for the fight. So we were playing a lot of video games and keeping it chill. But I do plan on live streaming, like out on the boat. I plan on live streaming front row at bare knuckle fighting championship events. So there is a lot of cool things on the horizon with my Twitch. So definitely be sure to tune in to twitch.tv/King Kai 145. It's always a good show, always fun. You never know what you're gonna see whenever King Kai goes live.
Hey, you're gonna be at the BKFC in Palm Springs?
What's the date of that?
May 22.
My coach is getting married in the Hamptons the following weekend, so I doubt it, actually. If I can get a cheap flight, then maybe, or if a sponsor pays for it, if it's an in-and-out trip, but that would be really fun. I've never been there.
Been to LA, but not Palm Springs?
Maybe. I don't know.
2 hours away.
Then no. I've been to Palm Desert.
Palm Desert, same shit.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
Yep. It's okay.
It was whatever, right? It's like a fucking desert. What else is it gonna be?
Casino. There was a casino.
I gotta say, like, the girls are different in the desert, though.
I wouldn't know.
I didn't notice that.
I did get from the high desert in Washington. So my girlfriend is from the desert in Washington. So
you ever heard the term shapeshift?
No.
Shapeshifters, like on that silly show, Shapeshifters? Is that what you're talking about?
When someone can morph into something else
and
turn into something else. I feel like people in Palm Springs are.
Like you?
I'm me. I don't change, bro. I'm just getting better, though. I'm just getting better. Hey, but when are you gonna come to LA? You have a date in mind or not?
Let's get through this fight. But Kirgo, actually, huge gambling site. Kirgo.com. Use code King Kai at sign up. Get a 50% sign-on bonus. Set your VPN to Germany. But Kirgo is from LA. They have a bunch of they actually are a title sponsor for the new Fight Club of BKFC, and they also sponsor Rampage Jackson for his Twitch stream, or Kick stream. So I definitely am gonna go down there and hang out with those guys, but we haven't planned anything because it's been all gas, no break. But I'm gonna assume we actually land in LA. I wonder if there's a way to like change our flight to the next day or something stupid to go out and do something, maybe film a couple videos. Because we're going to Hawaii and we fly back through LA.
Do it, bro. Do it.
So we'll see. We'll see. I'm already so booked, and just in case I don't fucking fight 3 times, whatever.
My bad.
5-time world champion.
The
best in the business. Whenever they ask your podcast to vote for who's pound for pound number 1, who are you gonna say?
No, it's you. No, it's
okay.
Truly an honor to have you on the podcast. I'm very happy to have you here, and your face is easy to look at as fuck.
Pause.
No, it's nice to look at.
He wants the explicit OnlyFans link. Shit.
Yeah.
No.
But in all seriousness,
Appreciate that. No, bro. Yeah, it's been fun. Been fun. Coach Pack and Sped.
You want me to wrap the show, Sped? Because you're a little high. You're a little high right now. You're a little low energy. I'll wrap the show. I'd like to say something, and then we'll have a little contest. We'll have Kai judge, and then we'll get the hell out of here.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Okay, March 20th. Tune in for King Kai Stewart versus Nico Pewter Gaffey. And Sped, let's have Kai judge. Who do you think's got a worse receding hairline, you or me?
Take the hat off.
That fucker's gone backwards a little bit.
Hey, but
yeah, Casey, you still got hair. It is what it is, bro. It's short anyway. I'm just living it out, bro. I don't have any complaints. I'm doing my thing. But Casey, congratulations on winning the tournament, winning the competition. King Kai, thank you so much for joining Never Made Weight again. We wish you absolute best of luck. We believe in you. We love you. Casey, you got anything to say?
No, thanks for having us on the first repeat episode.
Of the largest podcast in the world, Never Made Weight.
The
Thank
largest.
you for watching, guys.